Okay, so basically, after the full setup, so this is my combination of sound in all. So I have my full concert ground, I have my string, J-pop, that's my bell pad, slow jam, analog, stringy, simple harp, and poly hook. This is the sound of my poly hook. So when it has gone up, I can do. See, it's doubling like I did before. Meet Mr. Success. Okay, so basically, because of the doubling sound of the pulley hook, if I want to stop the sound, all I just have to do is, as we did before, go to the effects, then off the intersection. It becomes single. That's all. So with that I can do. So that's how it gives me. So. I can still include it if I want it to be shouty. I bring it down. Then this sound of my bell. My bell sounds like. This is the bell. Thank you so much and God bless. Okay, hello fam. Good afternoon from here. So this is Emmy John. Okay, so basically, I've been getting some questions and answers based on montage setup. So I'll be breaking down full montage piano setup. Let me show you the full picture of the montage piano, then how I do my setup. So this is montage 8. So basically I'm working on an app, Miraculous, which can help me translate some of the notes I'll be playing. It will come up soon. Okay, so without wasting some more time, let's sharply dive straight to montage setup. I've been checking online and I've not seen a video that covered full montage piano setup and breakdown. So I'll take my time step by step to break down how the montage works. Actually, I'm using my my sound card on my laptop on the piano. I will explain that maybe in later video. So this is a Yamaha Montage. To switch it on, this is the on and off button, the place where the wrote standby or on button. So where you see Yamaha, the on and off button is here. This is the power source. Then this is where I connect my piano down to my laptop using the MIDI. Okay, so that is it. Basically, we use two piano here. The other piano close to me here is PSR S950. So for now, I use basically more of the montage, while the second pianist use the PSR 950. So let's switch the montage on. Sorry, my camera is shaky. I haven't yet got any camera stand for it. Okay, so the piano has come. So the Yamaha Montage comes on. This is Yamaha Montage full body. 88 keys. Okay, so this is my combo I use for it. So this is the setup I use for my combo. I decided to make it deeper, but I choose to make it middle. I only choose the high up. Okay, so this is it. So this is my tripod I use for my camera. Camera stand, my tripod. Okay, so Okay, basically. So now let's go to the functions of montage. I'm going to break down exactly once you get to a montage, first thing you need to do and how to do them. Sorry, we're having power issue. So it happens basically most of the time once you meet a new montage or your first time to get to a montage. You begin to experience some one or two flaws on usage, but I'm going to break them down now. So this is the volume level. Most of when I play, my volume level is always at the middle. You can see the middle section here. My volume level is at the middle. And these are the knobs for controlling each of the voices. So on montage, you can lay out to 8 sounds, which I'm going to show us soon. This is a pitch bend. It has two options. Then, okay, so the montage is on. I'll make it very snappy and fast. So once you're on the montage, first thing you need to do, you need to understand that the montage is a touch screen. Again, it's a touch screen. You can control any of the options on the screen. So what do you do first? Let's say let me create a new patch. Let's say I want to create a new voice of my montage. So I always use more of the user. Let's say I want to create a new patch now. What I will just do basically is to alter all the sounds here. Let me create a new voice. All these voices here are already existing tones already. Each of them already has an existing sound. You can use manually. You can use this knob to control them manually, or you can use your finger to move them up and down. You can move them up and down. As I said, it's a touch screen. Let me be slow as possible. Each of the voices you want are all layered here. We have keyboard, organ, guitar, bass, strings, brass, woodwind. We have sing lead, pad or choir, syncope, like punchy chords and the rest of them, and etc. So any kind of sound you want is under the montage. You can see my own layer or my own patch, which I already created mine. So this is my patch. So once I click it, enter, I use the enter button to enter into it. So this is my patch basically. So these are the sounds I use. I use full concert ground, synth strings, J-pop, slow jam, analog, pad, stringy, then simple app. Somebody was asking the sound that usually make that effect that you hear, the doubling sound. It's called the simple app. So let me off everything. Let's go one after the other. So I'm trying to switch up all the voices, bring all of them down, 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 down. So this knobs also controls the volume level of each of the sounds. So they are all off. So I can control them from here now, from the knobs. So you can see I have full concert ground, synth string, J-pop, slow jam, analog, stringy, simple app, and polyhook, making 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 layers of sound, which all this represent 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 layers of sound. So this allows you to tweak your sound. You can control your sound the way you want. We'll get to it. So let's sharply go to the first thing for today. Now, I want to show us how the simple app works. Okay, so simple arpeggio. So this is a simple arpeggio sound. Once you pick a chord, it doubles it. Now, how does it work? Once you have selected the simple app sound, you must make sure you highlight the arpeggio option, which is this. Make sure it is on. First thing, don't forget, make sure the arpeggio is on. Simple app. Then make sure you highlight your arpeggio. That is 1. Number 2, make sure you also highlight the arpeggio under this layer. Make sure the arpeggio is on. So it means that the arpeggio here must be on 1. Number 2, arpeggio on the screen must be on 2, and then the third one is arpeggio on and off must always be on 3. If any of these 3 things are not on, then the arpeggio may not work. So I think somebody wrote to me a while ago saying he chooses his simple app, but it's not working. So this could be the solution. Make sure your simple arpeggio is clicked on. Make sure it's not off. Make sure it's clicked on, which is number 7 under the app selects. Number 7, make sure it's on. Number 2, make sure you click the arpeggio option. Make sure you highlight it. Let it be on blue, italics. Then make sure you have the arpeggio on and off. That's basically it. So when you click it, it will produce that doubling sound. So that is basically that for simple arpeggio. Later I'm going to play all together. So I have my pulley hook. Pulley hook is the sound we use for this punchy effect. Now you are hearing the doubling sound it's having. So how do I stop this? So the only way to stop it, go to the settings option on the top here, the setting option. Click it. It brings you down to this. Then choose the option where they wrote effects. You can see effect switch. Effect. So it's just an effect that is on. Switch it off. The intersection effect, switch it off. Once it's off, it will no longer be repeating. You see? So basically, so this is. So once I click the intersection on again, it starts repeating, doubling. You see? So it will disturb my play when I'm playing. So this one thing I learned first when I came to the montage. When I chose my simple pulley hook, I discovered that it was repeating. So with the help of some friends, I got to find basically John Caleb. John Caleb was the one who gave me the idea. Go to the setting, intersection, FX mode, and then switch the effect off. So once the effect is off, it works normally. So that is one, good. Then we off. So the sound, name of the sound is called pulley hook. We also have super trance and many other voices you can choose, which I will show us also in the settings later. So basically, I use pulley hook, simple app. Then we have stringy. So to switch it off, I have to off the pulley hook, close it completely so that it no longer sounds. So now let's use the number 5 sound on number 6, which is stringy. I love the stringy effects. I love the stringy effect. It has an effect that it gives. So basically, so this stringy effect, it creates an atmosphere for me. It helps pad my sound, especially when I'm playing over the piano. So this is my stringy. So I don't put all up together. I use it mainly at 30% or 50%, depending on the atmosphere. So you can decide how far you want it to sound. If you want it to be higher than each of the tones, depending on your choice. So after choosing the stringy, then we have the analog pad. You can decide on the sound you want, but I use analog pad as my 5th sound, as my 5th tone. So analog pad, it gives me this warm sound. So when I mix it with the stringy, it gives me a cool effect when combined together. And that's one most beautiful thing about that's one beautiful thing about the montage. You have the opportunity to layer more sound that can give you more effect, unlike the other boards that may not allow you to select more than 5 or more sounds. But the montage has 8 basically. So the 8 sound gives me freedom to use many of the sounds I want. So you see the combination of the two. So analog pad and stringy coming together. So that is the sound for analog pad. Let's go to slow jam. There are other types of rotary organ you can use, but basically I use slow jam, although it depends. The reason why I like this slow jam is because of its effects. You see. Now let me explain this. The reason why the slow jam is creating that rotary effect, why it is shaky, is because of the work of the pitch bend. So the pitch bend, the modulation point helps it to. We have pitch bend and modulation. Pitch bend, modulation. Pitch bend changes the. So I'm using just one hand, so I can't demonstrate much. Okay, so we have pitch bend and then the modulation. Modulation changes the wheel, so it's like a wheel, driver wheel. especially found on an organ. So when the pitch bend is off or normal mode, it gives you that straight organ sound. So sorry, I'm using one hand. I'm using one hand to hold my video and using one hand to play. So now I'll get a good camera that I can use. Then I can use my two hands. So that is for slow jam. So, but when I increase the wheel, the modulation point, it gives me that rotary effect. I hear the sound. It gives me that sound. And it's very much beautiful when playing worship, especially at the climax point. It's very much beautiful. So when I mix it with other sound, you see what it gives. It gives a very beautiful combination. So that's what the slow jam gives. The other kinds of organ you could also select. I'll show us where to select other sounds, but this is just basically some of the patch I use for now, which I could change anytime I wish to. Because on the montage you keep exploring and keep getting new sound. Now another most important sound here, which is number 3, which is J-pop. So J-pop is like bell pad found on the normal PSR. You know, some piano, I think on the on some pianos we find it as stardust. Some other pianos have it as bell pad. Some other pianos have it as Fantasia. Yeah, some have it as Fantasia, and many other sounds you could find. Yes, still based on this same quality of sound, which is called J-pop on the montage. This J-pop gives a very beautiful effect, a bell effect. It gives a very beautiful bell effect. It gives a beautiful bell effect. So this J-pop, when combined with sound, gives a very beautiful sound. Very much very beautiful. So you see the quality of sound. Piano has not come in yet, but you see how beautiful it sounds. So I love the effect the J-pop gives. It gives us like a bell effect. So we use it a lot, especially when playing worship. Then we have another sound I use, which is number 2, which is synth string. I mix up the synth string, analog, and string it together because of the cool, deep, light, and depth effect it gives me. So this one has an effect. I love this effect. Only just the synth string on now. So when I mix them together, it gives me this beautiful sound. It gives me very beautiful quality of tone. So see this. So that's what it gives, basically. Then the last sound, which is the concert grand piano, full grand piano. So I use full concert grand. There's still other kind of grand piano you can use. So full concert grand. So this is my grand piano. So this is my piano. Just said I can use 2 hands now, so I'm using just one hand for now. So that's it. So when I combine all together, let me show you how I use mine all together. Synth string being number 2. So string number 2. I have my J-pop number 3. I have my slow jam number 4. I have my analog pad number 5. I like my analog pad to be on top. I have my stringy number 6. Then I have my punchy chord, number 7. Then later I can start to put in my simple up, number 8. So this is how basically my sounds are. So this is what I have. So that's basically my sounds, the montage. Sometimes I use all at once. Sometimes I determine when to use, depending on the section of music we are playing at a particular time. So I can determine if to use only concert band, if only to use synth string, if only to use J-pop, if to mix, the sounds together. But you could decide to use all together. But depending on the section and depending on the one appealing to you. So basically, that's my sound for the montage. So I put the piano on top. Piano is the highest. Okay, I'll play us a song once. Let me see if I can drop the camera and use 2 hands to play a song. Then you hear how it feels. Combination of all these tones together. So that is basically that. But before I play a song for us, let me sharply show us how to change the tones. Let's say you want to select other tones for yourself. What do you do? We see here we have what we call, on top of the montage, we have the AD input on and off button. We have the tone equalizer or FX, and we have the ARP MS. So in this place now, it allows you to tweak the sound. You can start to tweak your sound. So basically, on the montage, on the mixer, the engineer can start to give you a wrong sound. But to EQ it on your own, you can give it the kind of sound you want. You can add low to it. To choose low, just put the low. You can increase the low, reduce the low, anyhow of your choice, depending on what you want to hear. But I prefer you take your time to study your piano first and study the kind of sound you want first. So for those who don't use sustain pedal, we have sustain pedal here, which is under number 1 row. We have the cutoff, resonance, depth, portamento, attack, and decay with sustain. We even have release. So in the release section, you can decide to increase your tone depending on how you want. You can increase your release sound. So without pedal, you do the piano. So you can start to add your sounds to it of your choice. Then we have the reverb option also. See, this is a reverb. But when I play, I off my reverb completely. I like my pedal to be the one playing all the reverb. So my pedal is responsible for the reverb. Okay, so that's that for now. Now let's go to how to change the sounds. Let's say you don't want this and you want another sound which you heard or you want to choose. So how do we get it? Let me show us how to get other sounds of your choice on the montage piano. Okay, so let's say we want to use a lead effect. Yes, let's say we want to use a lead effect. All you just need to do is, since we said the montage is a touch screen, let's switch off for the tones first. Let me use the number 1 sound, which is full concert ground. Let me change it to a lead effect. All I have to do is to tap the name where it is. So once you click the full concert ground, category search, click your category search. Then there are 2 ways to search. Number 1, you can either click the search button to write the name of the sound you want, or you could select the type of sound you want. We have synth lead here. Synth lead. We have other different kind of. We have guitar effect. We have guitar here. We have woodwind. We have sound FX. But for now, let's use synth lead. So under synth lead now, you check for the sound you want. You'll be going down using this option, using this 3 option. So you get the sound you want. So you see different kind of lead effects we have here. Very dangerous, sweet sounds. There are different kind of lead effects here. So, but let me look for one I love to use. When you have your convenient time, if you have your montage with you, you can take your time and start studying them one after the other to know which works for you. But I can't start doing all checking one after the other now. Now some of these sounds are doubled. Okay, see the one I love to use. We have FM synth lead 1. So this one, we have number 2. So we have this. Yeah. So this is one sound. If you don't like the sound, you can still reduce the volume of the sound by using your button here. So you can reduce it. So that's just basically how to change sound on the montage piano. Okay, so let's say I want to change it to another sound again. Same way, you click on the name of the sound. You click the category search, still on the synth lead. You can select any of the sound you want. Now, there's another option that I usually do. Some of these sounds are doubled. To make it one and clean, you will just choose your under attributes. We have attributes here. You click attributes, then you select either all, single, or multi. Multi simply means two in one sound. Single means only one sound. So when you choose single, it just gives you one sound of that. So we have this. So it's that's it. So let's say I want to change it again. I still choose, let me choose the number 2. Let me use attribute to make it single. To make it single sound. So now we can tweak the sound again with this. You can make it light or deep. This is the work of this knob to tweak the sound. You see, it's deep. If I make it light, I don't know if you get. Again, if I tweak it, if I close it down, it's heavy. If I increase it, it becomes light. See this. See this. I have this, yeah. I don't know if you can hear the sound. You can hear the quality of the tone. So this is what I'm doing. So that is the quality of the tone I use. Let me connect my MIDI colors to my piano. So that is basically how to change your sound. So let's say I want to change another piano again. Same way. Click the option of the sound where you are. So category search. Then let's say I want to choose another piano. You click piano. Under piano now, these are different kinds of piano. You can make it just one piano. To make it single or double. So I want to make it just to be single, clean and clear. So I go to attribute, I choose single sounds. So then I can now choose my piano, single piano sounds. There are different kinds of piano sounds. Under the piano sounds. So let's try this. Okay. Let's do this. So this is. So this is. Okay. So this is. Sorry, don't mind the background noise.